was a boring like 2 minutes of the episode until they started fighting. Even though it wasn't technically a fight, it was just Shinichi just dodging punches and kicks left and right. Seriously. I mean, he did like a little force palm on his stomach and grabbed his shoe, but that's pretty much it. He hardly even touched this dude. He, like, Shinichi just, force palmed, more dodging, grabbed his shoe, and just threw him on the ground. Like, okay. Like, that fight went so simple. Like, it looked like anyone could have beat this guy the way that Shinichi defeated him. Anyways, soon Shinichi, when he gets home, he starts recommending to his father about getting a housekeeper, even though his dad, I think he indicates at one point that it's like, you know, since, you know, actually, let me go back a little bit. Shinichi mentions that since his mom is away, they should hire a housekeeper because, you know, she did all the cooking and stuff, you know, they're not eating much anymore. And so Shinichi recommends a housekeeper, but his dad is like, how could you just... And then he just says, never mind, and, like, forgets about it. I guess he was trying to say, how could you just say you could replace your mother like that? Even though that's not what Shinichi was doing. He was just saying, we should get someone who should just cook around the house, because you're not going to do it. So, Shinichi found an almost dead dog in the streets. And it's like, okay, I guess he'll... So you look at it and you're like, okay, I guess he'll take it somewhere or, like, take care of it or something like that. Next scene, they're at the park and he's holding the dog like, you know, a baby or something like that. They have a little conversation with a little girl, and it's like, okay, look, they get up, they're about to go to school, and it's like, okay, I guess he's about to bury the dog and, like, hide it somewhere or something like that. Wanna know what Shinichi did? Went straight to the trash can and threw it in the trash. And I sat there just like, what is your damage? Okay, so Shinichi then actually buried the dog. Because Murano just kind of ran away in sadness before. And it's like, he does this now when he realizes he done bad. Anyways, in school, we find out there's another one of a Parasyte that's near. So then we meet the guy who has the Parasyte, and then him and Shinichi start talking, and then Shinichi's friend comes walking down the steps, and he says something to this Parasyte guy. The Parasyte guy just straight up, like, super speed punched him. So... is Shinichi in the friend zone, or what's going on here? He has like 2 girls battling over him right now. One pretty much kinda shows they like him, but the other one is like too scared, but it's pretty obvious that she does. But what's going on here? So I guess his dad is sensing a little bit of something, but I don't know, that's just some weird indication. But anyways, we still see that his dad is still a little down in the dumps about his mom being dead. Or should I say his wife? I was saying more about Shinichi, but you know what I mean. Now, if you're clueless and you don't know what's going on, episode 9 came out today as well, so I'm going to be reviewing that as well. Well, I guess Shinichi and Murano are still friends with benefits. Or they're probably not about to be friends anymore if he probably tick her off. At Shinichi's house, 3 very... I can't say suspicious, but let's just say the government came to his house. I don't know who they are or what they're doing here. But they're questioning his dad about something, about not making something public or something, whatever. Ah, I see. So the government, they acknowledge parasites. They also acknowledge that they can turn into anything, and they also acknowledge they can also be human. But then in the next scene, there's a woman who's explaining that parasites are really weak, and us humans can destroy them easily, and just, as she said, eradicate them. So, if this goes public, and people actually, like, start acknowledging this, and, like, you know, just like the government or some company or whatever, just start making, like, I don't know, a spray, some type of bug catcher, whatever, to, like, kill these things, they will. Then there won't be a problem anymore. Well, anyways, after we find out Hidio's a really weird person, Shinichi finally says something about him and Murano. He needs to patch things up, and he does. He really does. So Shinichi literally made these guys, like, run away. Their leader, whatever, he just kind of gripped his hand and, you know, the leader guy, whoever he was, I guess his name was Yano or something like that. Yoshi, I don't know. His name was something like that with a Y. I remember that, but it was with a Y, and he was the leader of their little group. And Shinichi gripped his hand because, you know, he threw a punch at Shinichi, and Shinichi just gripped it, and he knew this leader guy knew he was going to lose. I mean, if I saw someone jump over 3 meters, I don't think there's someone to mess with. Well, that escalated quickly. And what I mean by escalated quickly is Shinichi totally just told Murano to, like, shut up. That's something I thought he would never do in his life ever. I mean, all she did was ask him that little question that she asked before in episode 8. She just said, "Are you the real Shinichi?" or Izumi Shinichi Izumi. And he, like, totally yelled at her saying shut up, like he was ticked off. So yeah, Migi's little particles of himself being inside of Shinichi's bloodstream is really messing him up. So this girl with the glasses, this Haruka is her name, or something like that. She knows about Hideo, or Hyde as she puts it. And, you know, she sees that, you know, earlier she saw his head, like, lump out, like a ball hit him and it left like a roundish shape on his head, or like a roundish inward shape, and later on she saw him change his face, so she knows that. Then she asks her brother or her dad or whoever he is. I think that's her brother, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, she asks him, and she says something like, "I think I know someone," and he's like, "I don't really think so. I mean, there is pretty few of them, and I doubt you will run into one." Okay, so Hyde is about to kill this girl. Hopefully Shinichi will get there in time before he does kill her.